Hi guys. Hey, what's up?
Hi, hello.
Oh look, I got that vibration, baby.
I got that good vibration.
Yeah, we're chilling with Hotep Skeletor, our favorite friend.
And we're live, like the internet is gonna work for us. Inshallah.
God willing. God willing. I just liked our thing twice trying to share the post. Join us. The internet is working today. So yeah, if you don't know where you are by now, you better find out. Welcome to Insert Name Here, brought to you in full technicolor and living sound with the dulcet tones of the great Alejandra Taylor.
Yes, that is me. I am here live.
The smooth, cool, like a little raspy, little gangster thug, soft, sexy talking, cold-blooded Malachi Unique. It's me here, with y'all. Last week was hell. The computer was playing all type of games. First of all, it was playing games which, the regular games it plays where the camera won't connect, the mic won't connect, da 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 da. And then it was playing internet games, which is more offensive because it's more offensive. But today it worked perfect.
Today we're here to talk.
Knock on wood.
Oh, shall we start with the most glorious news?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
That we are free. We are free, finally free. After how many years? I don't even know how many. Free of Marty Walsh. He is gone. Well, I guess we're not free because he still has a position.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's still he has a higher position.
At least he won't bother me here, Go be with the feds and then go do whatever you want to do.
I hope he fades into obscurity after Joe Biden's first term.
Into the abyss.
Like, I just hope he tries to come back and, run for governor and he gets, eaten alive and, then he just goes home and maybe, he just sits in his house in Hyde Park or something and shuts up, finally. God, that's what I'd love.
As a union worker, an organizer, blah, 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 of course, I'd love to see him.
Hey, Chip, how you doing?
To do some stuff. As the freaking Secretary of Labor, but
yeah, I would have preferred.
Marty and how wild he is, he only cares about certain labor types.
Yeah, he's very weird. I would have preferred. Marty Walsh is super. He's gonna be super complimentary to corporations. Obviously, I would have preferred somebody who was more. Who is it, Marty Walsh? But,
Facts.
But he'll do. He's fine. Whatever. He's not as annoying as some people.
Needed him out of our city.
Honestly. That man was. Anyway. But that means Kim Janey is the interim acting mayor. Wow.
Also, I didn't know that. Well, I guess I just never thought about it. She had this whole ceremony. You didn't need to have it, because of the rules. She just becomes the interim mayor.
Well, yeah, definitely. She did, she didn't. But she didn't need to have it because here we are, Black Boston. What up, Black Bostonians? What up? Good. Type in the chat. Say what up, Black Bostonians. Because you know what? We out here. They can't stop us now. But they can't stop us now. They can't say Boston don't have black people. We got a black mayor. First female mayor of Boston is a black woman, as it should be, as it's correct.
What's it called? Somebody posted it. One of our friends said, first they said their wife was black, and I said, yes.
Yay.
Yeah, your wife is black. But then they were like, my mayor is black, my DA is black, yay. My state rep is black.
My wife is black.
My wife is black, killed me. I'm gonna have to show you who posted it, but
my wife is also black.
And I was like, it's kind of lit. Who else was on the I have to go look it up.
My shorty is black.
But it's fun. It's fun to see the the Supreme Court Chief Justice is black.
Yeah, we got who else? Somebody. There's a lot of people.
Yes.
We live in Schwell.
It made me laugh.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
But it'll be an interesting time period. But I already can foresee that within this time, with all of these black women in these positions, in 2 months, one bad thing's gonna happen, and every white person from Dorchester and South is gonna be like, you know why this is happening?
Black women are ruining our city!
Because the minorities, as they like to call us.
The minorities, the majority of the city, aka the minorities are ruining our city.
Everything, like they do on every Rachel Rollins post when they go, she's ruining the state, and I'm like, the whole state? Is she the DA of the whole state?
You put Sean Ellis on there, right? Yeah.
Oh, he was on there last week.
Oh, yep, they saw. Cool. Hope y'all looked at that. We couldn't do it last week.
But it's gonna be very interesting. I read this article on like why she hasn't announced, and it's obviously like a strategic thing. Like if she wants to announce, so that if she makes any mistakes between now and like when it's necessary for her to announce,
right?
They won't be counted as mistakes because right now we're just looking at her as an interim mayor, not as a like
interim mayor really can't do much. Mayor. Yeah, so.
It's gonna be an interesting ride. I'm not prepared for it, to be quite honest. The more I think about it, this year being a mayoral election, all these city council seats up for grabs, I'm scared.
It's messy. It's a whole lot of mess.
Because the year started off messy.
It's messy. It's a messy year. Every once in a while, I have to like sit back and ground myself in the fact that there was like a fucking insurrection at the Capitol.
Insurrection!
in the beginning of January. Like, guys, let's not forget that. Like, sometimes you have to sit back and ground yourself and remember that a bunch of white people stormed the Capitol building, tried to kill their senators and representatives. And then are mad that people are mad. Still. That's the funniest part. But, so our mayor is black. Honda CRV is gunmetal gray. And let us move on into 2022 with female mayor of color.
Facts.
Let's do that. So yeah, let's go on to more.
I didn't know where you were going when you said that, and I was like, where does it say 2022 on the agenda? I was like, I wrote this. Where does it say it? And then I was like, oh.
Yeah, just think about the future, Yes. Let's talk about the Worcester Police Union.
Facts.
Nigga.
Okay, so the Worcester Police Union, they were like, we'll never endorse
We will never. Can I? This is how I imagine any police union statement. This is how I imagine saying, we will never endorse D.A. Joseph Early again after charges dropped against the Black Lives Matter protest. The rioters. They hate white people and they hate cops and they're monsters and they destroyed our city and that's what I heard.
I'm gonna be honest. When I was doing my weekly searches for articles today and yesterday, I saw this. I think it came out like today at 11 when I was looking, and I read 2 paragraphs and I said, "Pussy, I hope," just crying. They weren't even arrested for it. Like, it's Worcester. Like, I'm not saying that bad. Like, people can't get rowdy in Worcester, but people aren't getting rowdy in Worcester like that. Like,
there's not a lot. There's like black people. Like, there's a good amount, but it's not like that many. Like. But, anyway, somebody asked us about Anissa. I don't like Anissa. I don't want her. And she's not a woman of color, if that's what people are, like, she's not at all a woman. She says she's a woman of color and she's incorrect. She's
Malaysia,
wrong.
Malaysia, her father is, I forget what he was.
He's not even, like, Palestinian, so he's Lebanese, right?
I don't remember.
That's white.
They like to question. You know how they
like
do.
If you look at Anissa, you see Anissa like really, really like Anissa. She's not even like it's not even like at the point of passing. It's just like you're white, like you're fully white. You like live as a white, like you fully experience the world as a white person. You have a whole white family. You're white, madam.
I concur. Also, as a city councilor, she's never impressed me personally. I've met her a few times. I always remember this one time me and Malaysia went to this hearing about the methadone mile, and just her input was like, it was almost like worthless for her to be there. Like, I felt like less of my life, like I gained less from hearing her speak about the situation as a city councilor.
And I just think she was very, in the beginning of this year, she was super shady with that home rule petition shit. Like, you're really on some bullshit talking about, oh, it's a conflict of interest for anyone who's running for mayor to do the home rule petition. How? Like, you're supposed to be a city councilor. That is the position that you are elected to. So you need to do your job as a city councilor. Fuck your mayoral race. If every fucking city councilor was running for mayor, then no one would have been able to vote for it. So fuck out of here with that bullshit. You're like, it's mad like you're trying to cast dispersions on black and brown women and Asian women because why? because you know you can. And like and you know the other thing, Anissa can call herself a person of color, but everybody in Southie knows she no person of color.
She has 20 properties. Now I did see on Twitter that her husband owned like properties, but 20? And I knew she owned like a knitting store.
Yeah, I knew that too.
And I was like, okay, but he's a real estate developer?
See, listen.
I don't know how that slipped by me for so long. Maybe because I just didn't care about her and because just Anissa, who is she?
That's my thing, but like, you like, actually, you know, Southie people, Anissa is white to them.
Fact.
Like, now she a part. Let's really talk about that person of color.
Also,
let's talk about that.
Her father is from Tunisia.
Tunisia.
So, I don't know if people know, like, the geography of Tunisia, but a lot of Tunisian people are basically Arab and, like, immigrants from... It's either mixtures of European and Arab, so, you know, it is what it is. Pero, yo, 20 properties is kind of crazy.
I have to come up with a good name for her. You know, we have 5-car Flaherty and Funky Ass Frank. Anissa doesn't
20
matter
House
to me.
Anissa.
And this is, like, that one doesn't flow as well. I have to come up with some real... She, like... This, like, who she's like, bruh, she's like screwed, bro. Like, what's up? I have questions now. Now I have to look up his properties and see like which properties are hit, like which ones he's like doing and shit.
And if he's a trash landlord or not.
Yeah, and I have to know if he's like a slumlord.
Probably from the way people were talking the other day on Twitter. You know, it's funny how much people hold back until they wait for the right time.
Yeah, I love to do that. I love to, you know, save all my tea to drop on everybody at a moment.
Okay, so where am I gonna go with this? Oh, I guess I'll just go to well, we did talk about Worcester. It's trash. Their police union, per usual, police unions are trash about stuff like this. But there was another police story. Okay, there it is. So state police are complaining that members were cheated out of overtime pay.
No. You cheated overtime pay out of the tax-paying citizens for decades. I wish, they're wilding, bro. They wilding for that one. That's the wildest thing I ever heard a police union in Massachusetts say, because every single police department in Massachusetts is doing the same overtime scams. Like, the same ones. It's like... We literally, like, it kills me. Like, it just kills me because every time we go into, like, see the overtime scams, they just do the same shit again the next year.
They have never stopped an overtime scam.
They literally just do the same thing again the next year.
They're, like, the most beautiful scammers that you could ever find.
Because they're not trying. Like, they're not trying, and we're just like, no, they're doing an overtime scam, and we gotta stop them. And then they don't stop, and we don't do anything. And then the next year, like, but the overtime scam. And then they don't stop. Like, bro, like, I'm trying to remember the first time I ever, like, in my life when I was paying attention to hear the cities do overtime scam. That must have been, like, 2009, bro. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, I must have been about 12 years old. Like,
I just... The gall. Like I said, I work for a union. I know what it's like for your union to fight when you're not paid properly. But for your union to be the liars that this union is, that this, like... Man, the gall.
Yo.
You have some serious gall to be like, and there have been other lawsuits where they've been paid by the state for this overtime thing. So basically it's just a cycle of the state police getting more and more money from the state.
Chip said the troopers get paid to go to the gym, which makes if you look at what...
To do what? Because I ain't never seen a trooper run in my life.
Yo, state troopers don't even be like...
I never see them get out of their car unless they really want to just give you a ticket.
Yeah. Shout out to that one statey that didn't give us a ticket after we saw Black Panther. Yeah. What up, black man? Hey, black man. Where's Nate at? I miss him. Like I said, the BPD does the same. They do not the same overtime scam, but they do the same shit with overtime scams.
It's similar scam, just taking a walk to the court that takes 5 million hours.
A 6-hour walk to a court that's 2 minutes away, and then you stay at the court for 3 more hours.
Court's very interesting, Malaysia. Court is the funnest
time
of the day.
I just think my favorite part about the that specific scam that BPD, like the B2 officers, like there were B2 officers doing that with the Roxbury court, and like if y'all like, my thing about it is that like B2 and like the Roxbury court is like,
I've lied to a lot of jobs, but I couldn't get away with that lie, to be quite honest.
And you know the best part about it is that like they were like, yeah, we have to walk these documents over. The best part is they would still drive. Like,
The-
like, I mean, like, I just feel like at least, like, just do us the courtesy of at least actually walking it, at least taking a damn 5 minutes to actually walk it over there.
But
like, you
cold.
gotta get in your damn car. Like, you're a whore for that.
It's cold, Malaysia.
No.
I can't walk.
They're like my soft, my innocent skin.
It wildin'.
Yeah.
I can't, like, whatever, the police, they do what they want to do. But now onto a fun story about Swampscott.
Mm-hmm.
In the Swampscott High School, they went all remote after there was a party with about 30 to 40 students.
A non-school event.
A non-school event that led to a COVID outbreak because for some reason you think that when you bring kids together, they're not going to hang out after school.
I just don't like just the pathology around schooling this past like the 2020 and this half of 2021, this past year and a half or so has been like absurd. I really like I realize how like fundamentally people like really they don't know what school is like at all. They don't know they're just confused. Like, I don't know. I realize people just don't know shit. Y'all just don't know shit. Some of y'all, I don't know. Like, it's nothing to say. Like, you talk and you don't know nothing. Like, I'm just trying to, like, nobody has been able to give me a good reason. Like, an actual, like, reason why everyone or the majority of students should be going back into school. But you can convince me on some people are starving, some people are being abused. You can convince me on some of those things. You can't convince me that everybody should be going, like, school should be reopening full capacity. And you can't convince me 3 feet is fine, because it's not.
Yo, so that's on that topic. And the CDC said this week they shortened social distancing for schools. Literally nothing else but schools.
So it's clearly not fine. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're trying to kill your children. But, I just think, like, it's, like, even just the logistics, like, it'll cost more money to open up schools for a month than it...
It's a waste of everybody's time and money.
Like, especially in Boston, I'm thinking about, like, the MBTA. Like, we brought this up already. The fact that 7th grade on, you don't get school buses. You don't... It's just, the pathology is not there, Michael. It's not there.
We're just going to stick a bunch of little 6th and 7th graders and every other grade in between that on the bus. And hope for the best. Hope they wear
they're like, oh yeah, we don't know when high schools are open. But I'm like, my thing is, like, I understand, like, socialization and kids, and it sucks, and it's sad, and, I be watching the videos like, oh, look at them, they can't, it's so sad. But, like, I think I would prefer live sad kids than, like, dead kids. Me personally, I don't know, like, about anybody. And live kids with, like, live parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and, that sort of stuff would be nice. And teachers and janitors and cafeteria workers, all those people, I would like them to be, like, alive, preferably. So I just think, like... Maybe it doesn't make sense to, like, open school for 2 months, mostly to give kids standardized tests that they're going to do really bad on anyway, because you actually spend a lot of the school year teaching to that test specifically, unless you're, like, not at a regular school, like, unless you have, like, say, a college preparatory school. But they're not going to do that because they know it doesn't matter if they teach you anything. You're just going to pass the MCAS because they know you are. I just think, like, this was the perfect time to reevaluate how we educate children in this country, because, like, we suck at it.
Instead, we did nothing.
And instead, like, we're making it so much worse. Like, I'm like, yeah, we need to be talking about, like, this more. But okay.
We're like, let's just put them back into school. That's the real issue. They're dying at home from being depressed, so let's just put them at school so they can just be depressed there.
Yeah. And the fun thing about Boston and, like, riding the T to school is that, like, because of all the busing shit, that mad of us go to school mad far away. Like, I was lucky. My school is real close to my house, but, like, most of us go to school, like, people who going from, like, Charlestown, from, like, Hyde Park to Charlestown every day, or, like, stuff like that, like, whoa.
The kids going from Eastie to anywhere.
To BLA, BLS.
To anywhere that leaves the Eastie region.
Whoa.
Man, just my mom driving me to school was like a 45-minute like trek through traffic.
Like, whoa, man. And then, like, when it was snowing. Plus, like, the weather been mad weird, you know, and my little spidey senses are tingling. I think there's going to be some bad snow situations, like, I think there might be some snow.
No, not another snow beginning, like, in 1997.
Yes.
The year we were born.
Yes.
Where we had the April...
yeah, I think there's going to be, not maybe April Fools, but I think it actually might be later than in April.
What a horrible thing in life.
But but hopefully that's not the case. Don't mark my words on that one because I don't want it to happen.
I won't mark them.
Yeah. You want to talk about the fucking pay gap before we get to the fun story about you know, communities coming together?
I hate you. But okay, so this Women's Workforce Council released did this article talking about that in Boston's pay gap is about 12 cents wider than the national average. So, on average, women make 82 cents for every dollar earned by a man. But this data reviewed by the Boston Women's Workforce Council shows that there's a significantly lower one here, which is about 70 cents. So, for every dollar, we make 30 cents less.
And I want to tell you something else. There's that we've been new, and did they happen to correct for race?
Well, there was information about race. I just didn't include it
because if that's not fully corrected for race, it's even less for people like us.
Yeah.
Yay.
It was. I have to go look for it now. Where does it?
Yay.
Fact. Yay! We make less money.
And that makes it's really funny. Because we were just talking about a woman getting paid.
So for black women, we earn 51 cents for every dollar earned by a man.
Terrible.
And, Latinas is 55 cents on every dollar. So we're basically all making half of what a man makes.
That's zero. That's worse than I know that's not really worse than I suspected. I kind of figured it would be about 50 cents. But however, it's pretty bad. Is there I wish there was like a chart.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have everything, because I was like, this incomplete.
But yeah, so that means we're broke city out here, huh?
Wow, yeah. So to put this into perspective, for the national average, for black women, it was 63 cents for the nation, but only 51 here. And then for Latinas, it's the same. It averaged out to the same, but it was 55. So still trash. Still getting fucked over either way.
How are you just doing? 85.
White women, 82.
82. That's wild. 60 cents.
Native American women.
Latina. Wow. 50. Wow. Wow.
Yes. So, fun times when you learn how much you're underpaid as a woman and how much other, women exist in
I am spring, Mike. I'm when it's cold outside, I am the month of May. I am everybody's sunshine.
It's funny. This person said, Borman, that believes key to closing the gap is by making sure women are elevated, or more women are elevated in the workforce. And I just want to tell them that that would be nice and swell if, let's see, people would promote women.
They literally just that's her solution is to promote women.
That's not gonna.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. What's her name? Borman, whatever the fuck your first name is. Thank you for that one.
The director of it, Kim Borman, executive director of the.
I'm sorry, Kim. I have to talk shit about you right now because they might have fucked you up with this quote, but this sound kind of This sound like it's not. Kim, please explain this.
It's just
Kim.
funny.
They say we just gotta make sure that women are being promoted, but they're not being promoted. Kim.
Yes,
that's the point. Also, I think that any stat that doesn't start that the first the grabber should be about women of color. And
this is like
pay gap.
midway sentence,
because I just feel like we if you talking about the pay gap in terms of white women, you're not fucking talking about the gender pay gap, bro. You're not. You're barely talking about it. You're barely scratching the surface.
It's wild for this to be, and this is what's wrong with a lot of councils and organizations that exist within the city of Boston, is that it's wild for us to be in a majority city, and it's, like you said, not be the focus. It should be right away that in a city that consists primarily of Black women, Latinx people, and few other races and / demographics, that it's like a middle two sentences.
I mean, also, like, I also think people really need to... Yeah, this is a very much a white woman solution also. Like, because there are other, like, you know, obviously you can't go into all the background of why there's such a huge gender gap, But, like, there are other things besides my womanness that stop me from being promoted. Like, so, or rather, my womanness compounded with many other things stop me from being promoted. So, like, you know, for you, maybe you could convince some old white man or white woman that, you know, you're worth a promotion or that you deserve pay, you know, a pay raise, while your coworker isn't getting a pay raise. But, like, maybe as a Black person, you know, even a Black man or a Latino man, it might not be as easy for you.
It's kind of wild. Just ask for a promotion and get paid the same.
Like, they really think that's like that article I read about. It was talking about that, like, girl boss feminism that Facebook bitch made. Remember that?
Yes.
She was like, yeah, you just just go back to work and shit and be a working mom. And then her husband died and she's like, damn, it's kind of hard, bro, to be a working mom. Everybody was like, oh, really? Wow.
It's also shocked. Even if you do get promoted as a woman, you still, like, unless a white man, specifically a white man because they make the most, tells you how much they're making.
Yeah, you don't know.
You won't know, and you probably won't even fight for the same pay because you don't know
you'll be starting way behind.
You'll always be a foot behind. Unless people tell you how much they get paid, or it's public knowledge. My favorite is when it's public knowledge. Like, if you really wanted to, you could look up how much I got paid if you knew where I worked, and that is also very easy to find. Like, unless it's public knowledge, people are left in the dark, and then you're left with, like, having to fight to figure out what is the appropriate pay for yourself. And then you deal with the other factor of, oftentimes, we don't have the experience in years that a lot of these companies look for because, well, life. Like, we couldn't take stupid non-paid internships. We couldn't work for free. We couldn't, like, exist without making money, so we don't have those 4 years of just fucking around. And so we don't have that experience, so that when we go up to these companies, we're confused as hell why these white men are just walking around balling and we're not, and we're doing more than them.
And it's just, like, also, like, and you can be the best negotiator, know all the salaries, Still, like, are they still not gonna give you the raise if they don't want to? Like, it's not just, like, yeah, we can be as prepared, like, as we can be, but, like, it's, like, until we deal with white supremacy, it's never gonna be, like, people are not understanding. I keep seeing people say this. Like, I saw this European man say today. I don't know what I was about to say. I don't know what I was about to call him.
European.
So I was gonna say I don't know where I was going with that. But I saw the dude was like, you know, this is America's problem. You guys are always talking about racism. This is why, like, you guys don't have health care and shit, because you're always talking about racism. You never talk about anything else. I'm like, yeah, I mean, racism is why we don't have health care. You're right. Racism is why we don't have health care. It's actually, like, the problem that you guys are not understanding because you're racist, mainly, and white supremacists, because you're... Anyway, the thing is that you're not getting is that, like, if there's still racism in America, that means that a lot of people will never have, like, equal anything, like, because of the racism. And it's, like, not just like, oh, I hate you, you piss colored hoe baby. It's like, you know, codified into our systems. It's like, you can't live here, you won't get this job, you can't go to this school. Like, it's that sort of thing. Like, so you can't really just like ignore it and say like, well, let's just fix the economic, because like, you know, part of like the economics in this country is like race based. Like, black people have less, you know, like, you know, what's it called? Wealth, like in terms of like, you know, property, like, you know, not liquid wealth, you know, that sort of stuff. Like, we don't have, you know, we have worse health outcomes. We have, you know, we have worse food in a lot of our neighborhoods. We're very segregated. That's another big thing, that big reason why you can't just do an economic based like thing. Cause like we all, like, even though people could be equally poor, like rural poorness and urban poorness are very different, and a lot of times it looks different, poverty in those places. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so I just need white men to understand that you can shut up. You're not supposed, you don't get to be the leader of this argument, this movement, this fight, this
or
whatever.
In fact, open your goddamn mouth where you're usable. Like with your pay, how much do you make?
Exactly.
Open your mouth then, and then shut up after.
Like I'm like people. I'm not trying to orient myself in fucking Karl Marx. I don't give a fuck about Karl Marx.
He was trending on Twitter today.
Like I don't give a fuck about that nigga. That's y'all nigga, bro. Like I can orient myself in actual liberation that doesn't come from Europe and white people. Okay, like you guys made the problems. That's the thing. They're like, no, we made the problem, but we can also make the solution. No, you can't. No, you can't.
We'll be a part of fixing what's wrong.
No, you won't. Not the way y'all be acting.
Like your daddy said they were gonna do the same thing too, and your grandpappies and your great grandpappies. A lot of them said they were gonna fix things too, and they said they were gonna stop being racist.
Yeah. Also, like, this has especially been bothering me. All the like communists and Marxists, like white men, like are just super racist. They've been like, they keep attacking this like this well-known like Vietnamese communist girl who lives in Vietnam, you know, and like it's weird, man.
I don't know why.
I just don't get it.
They're like
you're oppressed. You're an authoritarian. Da 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 da. You're suffering and all that shit, and you won't debate. I don't even know how to say that man's name. Vaush. I didn't know this person was a thing until I joined these white leftist Facebook groups. And they're like, oh my god, Vaush, he's so famous. I'm like, is he? He's so famous among every leftist knows Vaush. I'm like,
you know what I've noticed with a lot of
what
liberals and leftists is that they'll pick up books, and that will be the worst mistake they've ever committed in their life. I've never met a group of people that will read and it just not process.
It doesn't penetrate the brain.
And it's really it's mainly white people, I will say, but there's be some exceptions. But white people will read these books and be like, yes, I've read all these famous white and, you know, like black and like indigenous and Latinx authors. And I'll be like, so you learned nothing? Is that what you telling me? You read 50 books?
Maybe they read all these people and they're still talking. Shut up. If you read these people, you know they told you to shut up repeatedly.
Be going on a post of a black person talking. Did you learn nothing?
Me like... I just think it's funny that, like, I think it's so white of them. Like, they're like, yeah, how can anybody else be doing leftist things if they're not doing it exactly the way I think, or they're not doing it in front of my eyes? Like, it means it can't be happening, right? But I'm like, it's the same thing with, like, black on black crime. Like, no, you're not going to see us organizing around black on black crime in your, like you won't see it because it's not for you. Like, we do it for us.
They want...
Like, you're not going to see us dismantling the patriarchy. Like, you're not going to watch us dismantle the patriarchy in our community because we're doing it us.
They want us marching on the streets saying we're dismantling racism and, like, we're dismantling, like, black on black crime, like, and they want us marching to, like, City Hall or, like, marching to, like, Newton or something. They want us marching to a bunch of white people and watch. They'll be like, wow, look at the black people. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
You see violence prevention. Just search violence prevention. You'll find it all. It's right there.
Just search legitimately anything. hell, go on Twitter. You could put your city in, like, anything and find out information. Also, I have some tea. A certain friend of ours tweeted that somebody tweeted about winning an award before they tweeted about Kim Janey becoming mayor. I'm nosy, so I found out who it was. My initial guess was Anissa. I was correct. So today, 8 hours ago, she said she was grateful to receive this award from the MA School Library Association. My advocacy around children's literacy is inspired not only by my time as a teacher, but also by the educators and librarians.
Liberian
I can't
girls.
Librarians. That word is a clusterfuck for somebody with a little bit of a speech impediment. Librarians.
Liberian girls.
I had in my life growing up. You play an important role in our student success. It's the Joan C. Gallagher Legislator Award. Anywho, so she tweeted that before she tweeted anything about Kim Janey, while everybody else pretty much has tweeted like stuff. And it was killing me. It was killing me when I found out who it was, because it was 2 seconds of me going on my phone going, I know it's a white person, and I know it's somebody running for something, and I was right. Just letting y'all know I was right. Okay, so now where can we go? Let's go to, well, since the outdoors opened again, mass shootings have come back.
Yay.
Obviously last week we weren't on, so we weren't able to talk about the horrific kind of terrorist attack that occurred onto like Asian Americans in Atlanta. That was horrible, but there was also a shooting this week in Colorado in a grocery store, so we're back outside. Yay! America's back!
Yeah.
It's somebody tweeted this, America opens and the first thing we bring back is mass shootings. And I said, we're really sick. I still can't go outside and like pop my ass real quick somewhere, but we can be mass shooting.
Y'all can be like, wow, it's yeah, you know, I just sick. People are terrorists, man. They be really terrorists out here.
And it's whack that they don't like to use that classification for a domestic terrorist. But there's a whole like reason the word domestic terrorist exists.
Domestic terrorists were the first terrorists. Like, you know, I mean,
you usually terrorize people within your own country before you terrorize.
I mean, like, you don't even have to add the domestic part. Like, that's just an unnecessary addition. That's the terrorist.
It's redundant sometimes.
Right, like, but I just like the problem is a lot of the problem is white supremacy, to be honest. Like, and it's like, yes, it's also like machine guns, but it's like a lot white supremacy, like, because people kind of do this and nothing happens. People sad, thoughts and prayers, nothing happens. I mean, so like, really, if you wanted to shoot like your school up, I don't think anything that's happened in all, you know, however many years it's been since like Columbine or whatever, I don't think anything that's happened in this time would dissuade you from doing that if you wanted to, because like
getting guns is easy. Nobody cares.
People get away with it. They don't, you know, they're not get away with it, but like they don't.
Nothing dissuades you away
from wanting. You know, you go to Burger King afterwards if you shoot up a synagogue. Like,
man, you just go shoot people up because you're horny.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and then they won't even, and then they'll take your word for it that you're not. Yeah, anyway. They'll take your word for it that you're not racist. You're not a white supremacist. You're not a da. Like, I just want y'all to understand, like, we didn't get to say it last week, but like, if you have a sex addiction, right, and like, you know, whatever, you don't want to be that way, and you say, like, I have to get rid of, like, the object of my, like, you know, what attracts me.
Yes.
And that object is, like, a group of humans. Like, that's racism, buddy. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't understand why still, after all these years after slavery, people think wanting to fuck somebody is stopping you from being racist.
It's like 4.5 billion people in the whole continent of Asia. Did he want, what was the plan?
And I'm like, you know, you drove past mad massage parlors and shit. You drove past, it's Atlanta, you drove past all type of strip clubs.
Wasn't it worse that he drove, like, into, like, Savannah, got the gun, drove back down, and then he was
it's not like a mental break, bro. You seem pretty planned out, like.
Yo, I don't know. For a lot of people, this is a consensus. You take a drive, you be cooling down, you be like, wow, I was wilding before. I'm good now. He said, I'm a wild out.
I just, yeah, you know.
But okay.
But,
okay. He's a terrorist and a racist and, a son of a bitch.
Yeah, and then the other guy, I don't know his name. He's white too, I need people to know. He's white. And he's a white man. And that's the most important part. And, you know, the police were able to, like, arrest him comfortably. You know, Elijah McClain didn't do anything wrong in Colorado. The police shot him to death. Just saying, same place. Just a few blocks away, really.
Oh, not on this topic, but on this topic about, Black Lives Matter and the mothers. That was a topic from, like, last week, and how...
It's still going.
It's cooled down a bit on my timeline, but, if you haven't seen... there were... Damn, I don't remember whose mother. So my bad.
It was Tamir Rice's mother.
Yes, Samantha Rice, right?
It's like Samaria. And somebody who passed in California, who was killed in California, and I can't remember his name because he didn't get that much
coverage. Yeah.
And his mother. So yeah, Samir. There's somebody else. Like, one of the mom's names started with an S.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
And the other mom is Tamika Mallory. That's Tamir Rice's mom?
Yeah, Samara Rice, yes.
Samara Rice. And Tamika Mallory, I think, is the other person's mom? Is that true?
That I don't know. Maybe if I'm typing Samara Rice's name, I can come up with something. Maybe. But,
Oh, no, that's her. No, that's the person who performed with Lil Baby.
Oh, okay.
Tamika Mallory is the person who performed with Lil Baby.
Okay, I didn't even know those things.
That was the that was what caused not caused it, but that's what made them speak out in the first place because, you know, it's become a thing like where people are like a lot of people are making money off the names of these people who have been murdered by the police or by state violence, racial violence, and like their families are not getting that same respect. I think like like the fact that like folks are taking opportunities like where they perform at the Grammys and stuff, like it's weird, bro.
It's
like if you're doing that in the context of your activism, it's weird, bro. That's not like that's not what activism is. And I think like I think that's where you have to gatekeep because that will never lead you to liberation. And it's just that like that's when you're like making money off of people's
their pain. Oh, Lisa Simpson was the other name. There we go. I was trying to remember. Mother of Richard Reicher. Okay, yes. So just wanted to make sure I got both their names. Yeah, so it's been a pretty big deal, like Melissa said, over the past 2 weeks of just especially calling out people like Sean King
and
a bunch of those other people, and the larger Black Lives Matter
national
global network, as it is called, because quite frankly it's trash and they've done nothing with the money that was donated last year.
Right. They also they don't give it to the chapter. The chapters are super independent. Like your local Black Lives Matter isn't Black Lives Matter like those people. It's not. And what was I gonna say? Sean King, like, guys, like, we're still on Sean King, like, we're still following Sean King.
Facts.
Like, seriously?
I thought we were. Look, I unfollowed him.
I said King so long ago.
I said I'll get my news from somebody else because at this point you're doing too much. You're doing too much. It was mad.
It was mad trauma porn. Mad fucking like, He's mad. He was mad like
when he used
too like. Salute.
Oh God, when he used. Oh my God. I didn't think it would continue. When he used Chadwick Boseman's death as a way to promote his book, it just the levels of clout chaser and abusing of your power as an activist and your position within the like black community is wild. Like wild.
Well before this, people have been calling since 2014 earliest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean latest. People have started calling Sean King out. Like I just think it's just like people. You shouldn't be getting clout like that off of people passing away. Sean King and that money shit, like that man has raised so many monies. It started open so many organizations and closed them and boards and this and just that.
And just trails of people that have been, especially black women that have been like promised opportunities, like permanent jobs, permanent things,
and then all he does is say, "Oh, white supremacists are attacking my black wife and children." Shut the fuck up, nigga. Nobody's attacking your fucking children or your wife.
It's just, and also I'd like to point out that he basically told Samara Rice to like calm down. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: if you have somebody toting around like a bunch of images of a bunch of people's dead kids, one of them being mine, and you telling me to calm down when they're at the Grammys singing about Black Lives Matter, the Grammys, an institution that still doesn't respect black artists to give like a damn. Like they respect black artists when they want to, or when their labels has paid enough for them to respect them. It's sick.
Yeah, man.
Also, a recommendation is like, it'd be best for you not to use the like names or images of like people that have like died unless you have like direct permission from their families or like you know them. It's really to me it's a little weird when like when people will continue like.
I mean, you know, some people, some folks, if you're a spiritual person, like I would think it would feel especially weird if you're one of those people who believes in like religion or spiritualism, because like, you know, to you those people are still around,
mm-hmm.
and to just like invoke them without like, that's not respectful. Like you're making like, and because these people's families, they don't get any benefit from that, and these people don't get justice from that. Like I'm like,
rare occasion you get paid, but that's not justice. That's money. Like money's not my son's life. Money's not my like family member's life.
The people got killed. They never like. It's just. Yeah. People be real comfortable making a lot of like. I just need people to understand. I don't know like how many times you gotta say it, but like, if your activism is something you can type comfortably online and like talk to everybody about, you're probably not doing shit, honestly. And you probably should, yeah. Also, don't donate to weird national organizations or international organizations. Like, donate to local people. What's wrong with you?
Like I said a couple minutes ago, go on Twitter, type your city, organization, your city, activists. You can find stuff. And if you search, you can find whatever you need. Or you can even go outside, like, because some states you don't care. Go outside, you'll see the people actually doing stuff for their community outside every week. You'll see the people putting their necks out there, not wasting, but spending money on their community. So don't donate to these big, like, organizations that you've never seen actually do anything. Like, Black Lives Matter. When have you seen a Black Lives Matter network, like, protest? Or most of their protests are formed by their local chapters. Or
even, like, I need people to really think of organizing more deeply than, like, just protesting and marching. Like, I know the pandemic helped people get on the mutual aid and stuff a lot more, which is great. Like, there's so many aspects of organizing. It's about education. It's about making space. It's about, you know, being somebody's fucking reference if they need a job. It's about, like,
And lying.
It's about all that
Be the
stuff.
best
Like
liar.
it's so much more than just marching. It's about feeding people and clothing people and getting people housed. That's how we, like.
That's how you make change. That's how you bring people out of
But
poverty or help them out of poverty.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Stop. Just stop. That was when that song came out with Lil Baby. I was like, what this supposed to?
I just don't I feel like
what this supposed to mean.
He really gotta say something.
It's really like a lot of people say activism became like a thing. Activism and like
wokeness.
This activism wokeness of like if you're black or you're a black artist or something, you have to say something or you have to do something that shows just how woke you are, and that's nothing. Like, it does nothing for our community as a whole for you to get on a stage and do the song.
Yeah, I feel like we've been singing for so long. Like, Sam Cooke sang "A Change Is Gonna Come," 60 years ago, damn near. Like, so what's up? Like, I mean, we've been rapping, we've been singing, we've been dancing, we've been, I don't know, fucking beating the earth. I don't know. Like, none of that shit is. That shit's not it. It's not happening electorally. It's not happening electorally. It's not happening. Like, I feel
is not doing it for you?
I feel that of anything, this last chunk of time we spent has proven that electorally it's not fucking happening ever. They won't even the Democrats won't even get rid of the filibuster straight up. Like, it only hurts them.
Yo, what did happen to that? That combo went from all of them talking about it for like a week straight to peeps. You hear a little sweep about it every week or so.
Mitch McConnell talking about, it's not racist. It's literally super racist. Mitch. That's all it is racist.
Mitch, it's okay, sir. He needs to go somewhere.
That's all the filibuster is racist. That's all it is. That's the point of the filibuster, is to, every single time the filibuster has been used for real, that was used for real before, 1964, was to stop civil rights legislation. Every time.
Yo, these people not going, I don't know what it will take for people to realize the government is not for you. The government legitimately will. They made you wait for how many months for $600, and then another couple months for $1,400. They made you wait that long while people were starving, people were dying, people were working jobs they probably shouldn't have worked because they could die. So the government is not for you. They'll never be for you.
Now we got all the fun party variants in Massachusetts,
We got shit.
We got them super spreading variants. We got that New York variant up in here, right?
We got... What don't we got? I feel like every time we find out about a variant, we find out that it's here.
Yeah, Massachusetts got all the variants.
South Africa has a variant. Next thing you know, South Africa variants in Boston meet. Where the fuck... How the fuck did this variant get here from South Africa? Who the fuck... Which one of y'all?
Somebody brought it.
Which one of y'all brought this over here?
Why y'all variant ass niggas? Y'all with your variants.
Also, on this topic of government sucks, try build your own communities and be self-sufficient, because these motherfuckers don't care about you.
I'm just waiting. I think it's it's funny. It's not even bothering me anymore, because climate change is gonna take us all out. If these niggas not gonna do nothing, so it's whatever at this point. At this point, it's just
at this point, it's find a piece of land and just hope you die before the end comes.
It's just chill out, and do the shit you enjoy, right? If I think it's just do the shit you enjoy, do it with a person you enjoy,
Build a little commune, but not like those commune cults that are on TikTok, not like that.
No, those are weird. I'm talking about everybody, y'all have a community garden. That's what I mean, mainly. And y'all eat dinner together. I'm not talking about no weird nothing. Everybody got their own house and nobody's in charge.
No campsites.
No. Nothing weird, bro.
Okay, let's go to... first we'll go to some pop culture. Or should we talk about the third topic on national? Should we give it its own...
I mean, I feel like...
Yeah. Okay. So Anita Baker. If y'all haven't heard, Anita Baker has asked her fans to stop streaming her music and buying her CDs / anything because she doesn't currently own her masters for an album.
She has outlived the the
contract.
period.
Yes.
Where that now they're supposed to revert to her, and they have not.
And she's
they
saying
fighting
stop.
her.
She's saying stop playing my music, even though it's literally somebody said, "How am I supposed to clean my house now?"
Right. That's
said, wow, that is such a great tragedy.
Yeah,
like, what can you do?
They need to give her music back so we can all get our Saturday cleaning on.
You better just find a vinyl somewhere that don't.
Right. You better already own an Anita Baker CD.
You better go to Goodwill and find it.
Right. already own an Anita Baker CD maybe.
Because you tough out of luck. But give Anita Baker her damn masters back. Like, pay her.
Pay her.
I don't.
Pay her now.
What's the issue? Also, she was making like pennies back on like what her masters were paying her. Pennies! Anita Baker?
It's bad.
Pennies?
It's bad.
You sick. You sick fucks.
You want to talk about cheating?
Okay, guys. I'm here to tell you something that is a good life lesson. So, if you become a social media personality talking to women about men and like how men should like act towards you or things like that, you probably
a relationship guru.
Yes, a self-proclaimed relationship guru. You shouldn't cheat on your wife.
What are you talking about, Andre? Black men don't cheat.
That's the best. Yo, when I saw him wear that black men don't cheat shirt,
didn't he invent that phrase?
He might have.
I think he was the one who invented that whole shit.
That's quite funny. I didn't know that bit.
I love you. So,
yeah, if you're going to, I don't know, like market to black women, it would probably be best to not cheat on one. That's just my
homegirl was in there looking like a hostage, bro. Homegirl was in that video next to that man looking like a fucking hostage. Sis, leave that nigga. Leave him, okay? He got you looking crazy out here, madam.
Also, nobody should be, like, sharing his name or sharing his videos high-key because he doesn't deserve more clout. Because at this point, he made the video with his wife. Then he made another video reacting to the video of him and his wife. Then his wife went and made another video of talking about her hat. So, just a great cycle for everybody to go through. Mm-hmm. But the moral of the story is don't be a cheater. And also, when you see women going through these situations...
Oh, Charlotte Maine made it go viral? I think it went viral before that.
It must have.
Before 2019?
Yes,
yeah.
Wait, yes, it did. Because James was saying that for, like, years.
I've been hearing people say it for years, yeah.
So, please stop pointing out that she doesn't look a specific way that you want her to look. Or that she doesn't, like... There are a bunch of people on social media being like, she doesn't dress up, she don't paint her nails, she don't do her hair. That's why he cheats on her.
Hey, listen. I'm just trying to figure out... It's amazing, right? Because dudes be like, when, like... I just think it's funny because I'm just like, is it not like if the people who think so much is gay, is it not gay like that you're just like, I can't touch a woman if her nails aren't painted? like me personally, I like that's not how you define sexuality. Duh, sexuality is a spectrum. But I'm just saying, by your own logic, I just feel like you'd be like, oh, yes, a bonnet is gonna knock my fucking Woody down. I can't look at a damn bonnet and, I can't just pull it off her head.
This is funny because just like, I don't know, 2 months ago was that whole TikTok trend of, I could look like this and my husband will still sleep with me. And I was like, it's facts. Men will sleep with you no matter how you look. So this
men see the vision.
He's gonna cheat on you because you don't look good. For some men, sure. But the majority of men do not give a shit.
No, it's not. It's nothing to do with you looking good. It's literally because he's a cheater. If you're not a cheater, you're not going to cheat. If you're a cheater, you're going to cheat. Nothing about fucking... Like, bro, if it's about me looking good, then break up with me. Stupid. Don't... Like, if I'm looking ugly every day, break up with me.
You're my wife. in God's eyes.
Oh yeah. So
Forgot
yeah. So
I'm a
in God.
Christian.
So worse than where does the Bible, where does the Ten Commandments say about divorce? I'm definitely sure I saw adultery there, but I don't think the words divorce was up in there in the 10. To remind me, sis, I'm not a Catholic. I didn't go to Sunday school like that. I had a little poster. I read them sometimes, but that's all I know. Like,
I ain't see it on them 10, but that's just me. I don't know.
Like, I'm just trying to figure that one out because it's like, Also, I just think, like, y'all doing a lot for men. Y'all think men notice things? That's funny. Like, y'all think cis-het men notice things? Interesting. Man. Like, they be like, they will notice something looks nice, like, specifically nice. They'll be like, oh, that looks nice. You think they're, like, noticing, like, regular, like, other bad things or regular things or anything like that? No, they're not. They don't care.
You could have not shaved your legs for like 3 months, and they'll be like, "Wow, you shaved your legs? It's been a long time, huh?" And you'd be like, "Yeah, you didn't notice? I was brushing them."
Niggas have niggas have straight like prepubescent mustache. Like, it's okay. It's gonna be all right, ladies. It's fine.
Also, women, please, for the love of God, stop taking advice about men from men. And this is why I will say this. Because
cis-het men, don't listen to them.
Every example has done you wrong. The pastors, all of them are cheaters.
Steve
this
Harvey.
Dude, that was just me, Steve Harvey. This dude, Steve Harvey. Every example.
And Lori Harvey taught y'all. Like, she didn't listen to him at all. That's how you know he's wrong.
Every example you could search for in this magical, mystical world, the man's usually trash.
I just don't understand. Like, it's not even... I just feel like people, like, just don't stay in relationships where you're not happy, bro. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to. If somebody's upset at you for leaving a situation where you're not happy, then they're an asshole, and you can ignore it. It's okay. Please.
It's your life. Don't leave it for somebody else.
Like, I don't understand. Like, you can leave that man. You can... Bruh, dick is abundant and of low value. Dick is an inferior good. Like, it is overabundant and of very, very low value. You can find it anywhere.
Has 50% off a bunch of toys all the time. Like, there are so many avenues for which you can get a live dick and non-alive dick. Man, in conclusion.
Like, I just... Like,
don't stay with a cheater.
It's just one of those things. Like, it just feel like there's so many people in the world. So many people... all these places, there's somebody out there who wants what you want, that and you want them. Like, and there's no reason to just be sad with somebody for years. Sad with somebody for years. I'm like, and this nigga not even that cute. Like, he looks annoying.
I would.
He looks like he bothers you every day. He looks like he expects you to make breakfast every morning, dead ass. Like, imagine. Like, imagine. He looks like he thinks cater to you is every damn day, and not when I want something or when I'm trying to be cute for my own purposes.
Look, this man, any man that hops on the internet and wants to tell women what type of men they should go for is not the type of man you should ever listen to.
I just don't. First of all, men who think they can tell things to women just.
And like me, when women listen, I'm like, why are you listening
but they're like, no, like he's a man, so you must understand the way men think. No, but men don't think. That's the part you're confused about. You're wrong.
Or what are those other two famous ones that have appeared recently? Kevin Samuels and stuff, where he's basically telling women that like if you're trash, you don't deserve good women.
Yeah, like high
quality men or whatever. I don't think is he the one that says high quality men? I can't remember.
There's somebody that's how.
But somebody was saying something.
Somebody showed me a video, some shit like that or whatever. I was just like you can't have it all. I'm like, I think you can, like, I feel like you just gotta analyze what it all means to you. Like, you can't have, like, some people want too weird. Like, I think you can have the like you just gotta actually decide what is a deal breaker and what's not a deal breaker. Like. Everything can't be a deal breaker, but some things are definitely deal breakers. Like, so I think you can have pretty much everything you want. Me personally, I think. It might not be exactly the way you want it, Like, for instance, maybe if you want a rich man, in theory, like, you might say, I want a rich man. Oh, yeah, I want him to be a CEO. But he happens to be a cocaine dealer. Well, I mean, do you want a rich man or no?
Okay, but talking about cocaine, talking about drugs is a story I missed because there was so much
I was
else.
saving it for the end. I wanted to wrap it up.
All right. Guys, this week, I don't even remember when, the feds charged a bunch of mainly Dominican people and a few Chinese people for a drug/money laundering ring.
Ring.
It would be funny if it was a ring.
Ice rink. They were laundering money.
Ooh, Chinese and Dominican food at the same spot? I could do something with
that. You thinking right now.
Anywho, so the feds allege that there was this, specifically one Dominican dude that would hang out at this restaurant that's in Hyde Park called Rincón Caraveño.
Do they make good food?
I have never been there. I think they said they'd make good food, but it's like a food place / nightclub. I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to Rincón Caraveño.
If they still open after this.
Wait, but I want, yes.
Okay.
I need, but I feel like fronts are the best places to
Okay,
get.
so here we go. Jordan says the rink was a front. Wait for this. So, what the feds are alleging is that the restaurant, as well as a convenience store that's located in Dorchester, are both fronts for the money laundering.
Which convenience store?
I have to look it up.
Which convenience store? Because I've been in some convenience stores in Dorchester that are definitely fronts.
I have to look it up. I don't think it's the one we're thinking about, but...
I have two I'm thinking about.
Okay. I have to find it. It's in the Hyde Park group. They were all talking about it.
Yeah. I just would like to say this is very important. Like, I think this shows that, the world's healing. Like, Dominicans and, Chinese people getting along, like, laundering money together. Like, it's love. It's love.
Okay.
I think.
Oh, it's also.
This is
it was
solidarity.
also Mexicans too.
Oh, it's solidarity! Look
Yes.
at all this solidarity. It's Central Americans,
the Mexicans,
we got Caribbeans, we got
Mexicans
Asians.
to the Dominicans and the Chinese cleaning the money. Please, this story is wild. When I read it,
I love it so much.
It threw me to. That happened to me too.
Hey, what's the meaning?
Okay, but first I want to tell you about Cesar Alejandro Castro, who lives in Milton.
Oh, you selling name? I'm kidding.
Wait, this is the thing. So this is what was described in the affidavit. Throughout this investigation, Castro has gone to target location number 5 on a near daily basis, and he spends hours there at a time. Investigators have seen Castro enter the location numerous times. They were watching this man. Okay, I would also like to point out to you that Rincón is not only located 5 minutes away from my house, maybe, because I could probably get there in 2 if there's no traffic, but there is nowhere to park.
Yeah.
It's on, it's by the YMCA almost area, next to Farrah's, but like a little bit further up on this corner.
Damn,
so,
I wish I would have got some food before, like...
I think my mom said their food was good. I can't remember though. My mom be saying stuff and don't remember it. But so they were watching this dude. They knew where he was going multiple times a day.
Yo, when you be reading the BPD investigation shits, they be mad funny. Like, I'd be like, wow, y'all be real deep in certain shit. I mean, obviously that's the feds, but y'all be mad deep in certain shit and like y'all don't figure out nothing. It's really funny.
Okay, now let me tell you one more detail about the money launderers who the affidavit says I don't know how to say these people's names now. I want to butcher them.
Song Feng Chen and Chi Ying.
They were allegedly students.
Okay, sounds good already. Sounds like a good movie.
And they didn't like to travel to Dorchester to meet up with Castro and his affiliates, but they would launder money through Saks Fifth. I'm dying. And this is a movie. So what they would do is they would go to Saks Fifth, and he has a credit card, or I don't know if they're they would go to Saks Fifth, and they have a credit card, and they would pay more money than was owed on the credit card, or if you owe nothing, they have to just send you back a check with all of the money. Mm-hmm. So, to clean their money, they'd pay in cash, because at a place like Saks, people got it like that.
Right.
And especially in this city, like, we have a bunch of affluent Asian people, like just Asian people with a lot of money. That's just the way it is. So I don't think it'd be too strange to see somebody walk in with 21 G's.
Nah, not really. Not at Saks.
Not at Saks. So clean the money through there. So Saks was also a part of the ring without knowing it. It's beautiful. This is like such an intricate. I'm gonna write the movie. I need to write the movie right now.
Yeah, I was like, I think we could write and direct. Come on, directing duo. Y'all think we can't make a bomb movie about this?
Because
it's done. We got it, bro.
And there's so many different cultural people I can hire from Boston. Oh my god!
Right, I'm so ready. I'm gonna bring it. We got a Dominican already. Bringing in my Chinese folk.
Me to them. Can I use your restaurant for the movie?
We using it. Y'all let them use it for other things. So I mean, shit. The movie should be okay. I feel like them like, all right, now we're gonna shoot you.
Bro, on several agents, drug ring members handed over money, some totaling $425,000 in total to undercover agents. Now, what this tells me is me and Malaysia need to be going undercover, because if there's a way we could recover $425,000 for the police, I'll do it. It just so happens that the police will only be seeing $25,000. The rest will be with me.
I just,
the rest will be with me.
Sucks that you got caught, y'all.
Yeah, it's not unfortunate.
Oof to y'all.
It's the feds that got you, the DEA.
Oof, y'all gonna be locked up for a long time, buddy. Oof. A big oof to that one.
He had $200,000 in a hidden spot. Wow, triggered. Been there.
Big oof. I hope he hit it well.
Well, no, they caught him on the phone talking about it.
Oh, wow. Why are you talking? Don't talk on the phone if you're a criminal. Stop. If you're a criminal.
If you want to get caught up. Okay, here we go. Lessons from having a drug dealing father. Never talk about things on the phone. If you want to meet up with somebody, it's better to just meet up with somebody.
Just meet up with them. Look at them in their face.
Because you know what the easiest thing for the feds to do?
Tap your phone.
Is to just tap your phone. And when you say, oh, there's a shipment coming from Mexico to the port with $1 million of heroin, guess what they're gonna do? Go to the port and wait for your fucking heroin, you stupid ass. Mm-hmm. So what you do is you go in person. Y'all are being stupid. Where did you learn how to be drug dealers?
Nowhere.
Because this is the worst school of drug dealing ever.
That's why they didn't learn anywhere. That's the problem.
Talking on the phone, get his car bugged. First of all, if I'm a drug dealer and I'm dealing,
you're not sweeping your car regularly.
Sweeping my car every morning. You never getting me caught up at
all.
all.
I'll never be bugged. My car as a drug dealer, I'll be sweeping my car every morning.
There'd be like 5,000 cameras everywhere that were only hooked. Look, I'm on my own network, my own VPN. You ain't catching me on none of that if I'm trying to do illegal stuff.
Right.
I know too much about the internet. I'd have so many different good burner phones because people are stupid and use burner phones only to call one person, and obviously the phone companies will be like, what the fuck is this person only calling one person? You're stupid. Call other people. I don't know.
Call random people.
Call random people that might be your friend that they don't know is your friend. Anywho, these are lessons people don't know and that are stupid. And this is why you get caught up by the feds. Although, selling bad drugs to our community is not good.
It's bad. Selling bad drugs is bad. But also,
But also the government does it too, so who am I to judge?
The government put us in a situation where that's so a lot of people's most viable option. So there's that.
It was cocaine. That's nothing. Some fentanyl.
Ooh, fentanyl.
Why can't you just do coke? Coke, okay. Fentanyl, bad.
Ew, fentanyl.
Fentanyl
all right.
kill. Okay, bye.
Good night. It was a great hanging out with y'all. It was a great night.